to your transit forecast report. This is the Peace Dealer, and welcome to the weekly subscription. Thank you very much, of course, for your order. My apologies, I mean monthly subscription. So definitely look forward to looking into these every month. Of course, you have the option every month to choose what report it is you want. So if you would just like, I mean, you got the transit forecast. So next month we'll do Capricorn seasons transits. But if at any point you wish to substitute this transit forecast for any other type of report, an eclipse report, a progressed report, another natal report, a synastry report, just let me know and I'll make sure to put notes in that. All right. Anyway, that being said, we are on the verge of kicking in this brand new moon in Sagittarius. We kicked off the Sagittarius season with the moon in Virgo. And as a late 21-degree aqua rising, representing ascended artistry as the ascended artist or the ascended activist of destiny, you of course embody the high queen, high nobility. Pluto has awakened the supernatural, intuitive, and extra dimensional facets of course, imagination, with Neptune in the astral realm and Uranus in the causal realm, ruled by your rising. So that's key for 93, 94, 95, and even 96 and 97 with Neptune in 29 degrees. Y'all have awakened this very powerful, not only like psychic element, but in the 12th house where Neptune really rules, this is just going to speak towards how much more powerful you're able to discern and reveal phenomena and information through body language and also through your own physiology, as an aspect of your higher mind. And it's just you're going to be more aware of this when the sun actually goes through there. So when we do the transit forecast possibly next month, this will really kind of make you aware of what's been awakened since Pluto's been here since 2008, squaring your sun. Now we're going to see it trine your sun. So what used to be a huge challenge, which inhibited you dealing with unconscious habits and really feeling and seeing other people's unconscious habits that were strangely triggered around you, especially with the Chiron healing here, now it's going to become a strength. That inhibition that had to be brought to the surface in order to now really shift your philosophy around sociology, around relationships with others. Now as Pluto goes along your rising, even if in the 12th house portion, it's going to strengthen what had to be balanced and integrated so that you can now fully express this power of your own social acuity through the alignment of the knowledge of who you are as a collective celestial queen and entity. This is also coinciding with Saturn that is returning for you, with which next year, to be exact, congratulations, Saturn on the second house cusp. This looks like money to me. I'll be honest with you. Authority over your beliefs and how you manifest the integrity of your beliefs. So that has brought us from March, where we activated this, to June. Jupiter went into Gemini, and this began to integrate the creativity you will begin evolving relative to the integrity of your own worth and self-esteem, and how the evolution of your talents must now change the idea around what you can create, which aligns with the beliefs of what they're worth. And that's what led us to September, which now, while integrating this creativity relative to how specifically you deal with others and take your investment and invest those facts in other people, began harvesting the nature of this return relative to how you take the belief around your value and socially interface, integrate, and share it with other people. And so Sagittarius, 270 degrees from the transit and natal Saturn, is showing you the visual of the meaning of this value relative to where you see Sagittarius, you have your social circle around you, because the definition and fulfillment of how valuable you believe you are is going to be shown by the quality of the experience of people who you are around you, the collective that you as Celestial Queen have manifested and brought around you. We also know that the 11th house is the rewards from career, from everything in Scorpio, that we do have Uranus in, of course, 24 degrees Taurus. So this has been not only innovating your inner space, but with Jupiter that's gone over through here, and Jupiter that we have the conjunction, it could facilitate a move as well, or renovating your inner space. Regardless, this is expanding the private sphere and the comfort zone that you have begun integrating the supernatural and celestial quality of your own embodiment and being and really identity. All right, so I wanted to set all those up. We have the south node, literally 3 degrees in between your sun and Chiron. That's unlocking this classic healing power in order to now form and unlock a raw ability and attitude where, Chiron's in your third. So this is representing the original raw healing abilities that you're taking this more classic charm and power socially, and now, of course, aligning individually, which the north node slipping back into the second leads to unlocking the total Saturn supernatural metaphysical quality of your worth and self-esteem, Pisces second house. Okay, so basically I've attached the ultimate guide of manifestation with the law of assumption. Practicing this during your Saturn return is not only going to give you results, which I've heard from myself and other people, but you're going to come into them fast, because this is going to align with the whole process of using your beliefs to manifest, really just making assumptions aligned with where you're at now. So Sagittarius season, as we kick off with the moon in Virgo, helped you analyze what this space looks like, what these rewards look like. All right. Jupiter is opposite your Jupiter since 2019. So you're actually harvesting the Jupiter return you had 6 years ago. And that's where Mercury that's retrograding across your MC, and the sun that's also going to activate this new moon near your MC before we have these come together, you guessed it, on your MC basically. And I mean, when the sun conjuncts Mercury, that's all going to be opposite Jupiter. And this is going to once again be highlighting your IC of home and your MC of legacy. Legacy is Sag, meaning it's meant to be seen. And this activation is going to change the way, quintessentially, of the vision you not only see to move forward, but the buffer of this evolution of your home space and your mindset around how creatively you express yourself will inspire how much more you can see ahead, so that you apply this direction cardinally in Capricorn to release old beliefs, while Mars will retrograde back into Cancer and reevaluate the assertive actions dealing with passive aggressiveness from others' behavior that will shift what actions you take and how specifically you feel about living your lifestyle, and what routines you based off this feeling. For now, while it's in Leo, it is attached to your 7th house, applying this litness, this passion towards how you take this feeling and, of course, integrate this in your actions with other people. So that's really the lowdown for Sagittarius season. It's making you aware of your legacy. It's really transforming a whole lot of everything since February of last year you've accomplished, activated, integrated, and at this point accomplished. And now once we move forward from this new moon, this is going to have us understand the direction to take it once we step into Capricorn, moon in Capricorn. And then, of course, once we manifest this vision relative to understanding in your 12th house, what you're going to release very intuitively. So by the time the moon is here, be very mindful on the 4th, what kind of intuitive insights you get, as the moon is a vessel right now for what you personally have, squaring and challenging your social observation and philosophy by helping you understand outdated unconscious beliefs that no longer apply to recent insight that every month will pretty much shift. And then this is where we begin to step into 3rd stage activation. And that's where at this point, Mercury retrograde and the sun do meet together, opposing Jupiter. So while we are now understanding how this activation of the vision of your legacy aligns with your understanding of who you are as a celestial queen and who belongs around you, this is where that Mercury retrograde is reevaluating the direction you take with your career because of new insight, a new vision. And it's like after this whole year, you're seeing things that maybe weren't possible before, but now because you stay true to the integrity beliefs, they're more than possible. You're attaching this understanding to who you are now, and that's where we will begin to integrate the totality of the belief systems that support this vision. Those seeds we planted on the new moon will break through the ground, and you're going to understand this integration relative to the value, the total value of your self-esteem, and how that integrates your vision relative to where you belong and who belongs around you. Once you do that, of course, accordingly, the moon in Aries is going to drive you forward with this fifth house of creativity to take this understanding of who you are and use that to cardinally drive forth the direction of this vision, with which you'll understand the mindset and the attitude and the language to begin speaking through your language and actions in order to, of course, take the awareness of where you're taking your legacy. And in the 11th house, with who? All right. That's, of course, going to lead us to the moon in Taurus, where we will begin to integrate on Uranus, the natural tying together of all this vision grounded into your five senses and innovated with Uranus, which for you is going to be in the fourth house, giving you a grounded foundation of this home space and a shift in your comfort zone. Now that this awareness of where you belong is going to transform your feeling of how much more or less comfortable you will be. And that's what leads us into the full moon in Gemini, where we will have this opposite Jupiter, where Mercury may get ready to go direct. And now this new vision that we've activated, you are understanding the truth of this vision. It's aligning this vision, albeit unstable, which you needed your beliefs to integrate with what's actually true, as it applies to in your fifth house, your creativity. And so this is going to understand how your true creativity has evolved and how to express that relative to where you belong. That's going to lead into the 8th house chapter in Cancer, coming into the 16th. And by then, of course, Mercury is direct while Mars is retrograde. This now individual feeling, sincere feeling relative to who you are, what you're worth, and what you think is going to help you understand the transformation of this vision relative to where you feel you should integrate and tie together your behavior, and how the shift of your behavior now transforms how you feel about, you guessed it, who you are achieving this success with. That's what's going to bring us to the moon in Leo, the last grand fire trine, having you very magically or powerfully feel who is in your corner in your 7th house, and how boldly you feel about those you're partnered with, and how they align fully with this vision of your success. And that's what will close out Sag as we go into Capricorn and begin to take this change of our vision and direct it in Capricorn. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this report. Once again, I'm glad you got the monthly, because this will be a really great way of looking into every month what each transit is for you. Please do not hesitate in order to get any insight. The first person who subscribed suggested I create a private Facebook group where I can post these videos to. She's the only one in it so far. So if you wish to be added to that group and you want to talk and ask more questions in there, just let me know. In fact, I'll even include the link to it in the WeTransfer, so you can have access to it. Other than that, you stay blessed as always. And until next time, peace.